Greetings! Today we'll be viewing a 2 versus 2 on the map Devil's Lair. I do believe this was between myself and Twilight versus Magpie and Setin. Top left we've got me, ChaoStorm. Looks like I'm doing a K-bot start. We've got Twilight up here. Let's speed this up a bit. Starting off with an energy storage. South of him, we've got Setin doing much of the same. And then to the west of him, we've got Magpie. Looks like he's getting an aircraft plant up. We've got vehicles coming out from Setin. And we don't know from Twilight yet. This map looks like lava. This was first time playing it. Figured out that it's really just colorful water, which is kind of unfortunate, but it still played pretty fun. This is still a pretty fun map. Let's walk over down to the corner. So we've got the aircraft out from Magpie here. Potentially really good. I almost considered going aircraft, but I was just a little too worried on trying to defend against ground units on this map. Just because there's a lot of different ways. I don't know. But you can see the fleas just kind of walk right through. We've got K-bots going up from Twilight now. Excuse me, I'm a little under the weather, but not too bad. Just a little sniffles and sneezes. We've got a scout coming up from Setin. He can see my fleas there on radar. Just kind of go right past that. We did manage to come in here on Mag and get his radar and metal extractor, so that was pretty nice. Looks like he's getting some freedom fighters out. Those will be pretty effective at stopping fleas. Just had a flea infestation. We've got the scout coming up here. Didn't really do much, but did get some info. Unfortunately, my fleas here ran into the commander. And we've got some havoc coming in from some freedom fighters. That's shame on me. I seen that Magpie had them down there. I'm pretty sure I saw. Yeah, so I did see that he had air. So I really should have been more protected against that. We are getting some air defenses up now, though. Twilight getting a nice little LLT with some dragon's teeth up. That'll pretty much... I mean, he's getting another one up there. That'll hold against a lot of the lighter things that Setin can send. He is starting hovers. We've got a bunch of Jethros going in, hoping to raise some havoc. And Setin is walking his commander to some patches there. Does have incoming. It doesn't look like there's too much that Setin has. He is raiding Twilight, though. He will get this constructor and probably these two extractors, which is really good on him. The commander will pretty much stop me. Unfortunately, all I have are Jethros. Magpie expanding this way. He's still raising... Oh, he's just up here. He just abandoned it. He might be able to get away. He might get away. Oh, the hill might get him. He escapes. We've got Setin expanding to the west here. Commander's running north. Hover is about 25% maybe, not even. I call that about 18 to 20%. I don't know. Trying to push in with Jethros kind of from all sides, hoping that he doesn't really have much, but unfortunately his commander is able to stop them all. Coming over here, almost managed to get that exploiter. If I brought something other than Jethros, I definitely would have had it. I do have a Jethro up here just Just being a nuisance, pretty much. Big push looks like with AKs down here from Twilight. And also starting hovers over on my end. So Twilight will come up here. He'll knock out these extractors. Now, Setin's commander is up here. Magpie is in dire need of energy. And it's really nothing. It looks like Setin just kind of abandoned hope down here almost. He does have the exploiters, but that vehicle plant is definitely going down. Commander's pretty much just starting. He said he was trying to do something fun. Just walk his commander around. We've got Magpie coming in with Freedom Fighters to assist with the AKs. He does manage to pick off what the exploiters weren't able to. I'm trying to set up a small defensive line down here. Meanwhile, Setin is right there. That thing is, I don't know. Freedom Fighters come in. They not really like what they see there. I learned last time. And hovers are just about up. Same with Setin's. His commander is just colonizing the center here now. He's starting a new base, it looks like. We've got some energy coming up from Magpie here, getting in some advanced solars, and I don't remember what wins were. I feel like they were decent, but I can't recall. We've got a nice little compact base here from Twilight. He always makes... He's really good at making nice compact base that's hard to raid. He could definitely use to push out and grab some of this metal, though. Overall, we're all pretty close. I'm at 16, it looked like. He's at 17. We've got Setin at 13 and Magpie at 16. So we're all pretty even on metal there. Twilight is expanding out in between the two of us, so that also helps. That's good. Coming in with, looks like he's got some anti-air in case Magpie shows up, some hammers, or thuds rather, for the exploiters, and then just a few AKs for in case something like hover shows up, for example. So with any luck, he might be able to take out the hover plant. He does get his energy storage. He was maxed out on energy, so that did help a little bit, I'm sure. But he's not really spending it right now. He is pumping hovers out pretty reliably. These K-bots most likely will end up falling before they get the hover plant. Oh, tons of banshees here from Mag. Meanwhile, I'm trying to set up some anti-air for in case he comes through again. My hovers are up. I've just got a constructor up. I think specifically remember that killing my energy for the entirety of its building, and I felt really vulnerable. Magpie doing some really nice raiding here on my front line. He managed to come in and take all that out. That far up, I probably should have built Twilights, but I figured I'd be safe long enough for the regular extractors to be effective. Coming in here, thank goodness I had those up there. I was able to shoot down his gunships. It looks like he is putting up Twilights, and we've got a nice little skirmish over here. These hovers will probably not make it past that exploiter, though. It'd be better to go around. In fact, I mean, his commander's got this secured. If he came up through here and shot through the center, he does have exploiters, so it'd still be kind of rough. He could, looks like I've got some hovers of my own, engaging Setin's center base here, hoping to find something good. He had lost most of this base, so I was really just trying to do as much damage as I could. I didn't want him getting back on his feet, getting up a second base, and he did have hovers, which was a threat if you had the resources to use them. We've got Magpie's commander. Looks like I'm just charging in Jethro's. Honestly, not a great idea. Ran into some exploiters from Setin that pretty much ended me along with the help of his commander. I'm trying to put a stop to this, but if he did have hovers and he shot through like up here, I guess my commander's there. I feel like he could have done some good damage to me though. Because my defenses aren't that heavy. It's mostly air. But Setin's also only bringing in about 9 metal right now. And he's under heavy attack from Twilight. And me. I'm also attacking him, I guess. So yeah, he's getting double teamed right now. So it's not easy to get stuff out. Got his commander charging through the base here. Nobody's really noticing. We've got Magpie coming up here. I don't know if he airlifted. I think he just walked his commander up here. So yeah, he's coming up here hoping to destroy. So he's destroying quite a bit. In response, I'm trying to get an HLT up to protect my hover plant here. Because he could just kind of walk in and that'd be that. Trying to get that thing up ASAP. There goes my Sam. And I did get that HLT up. He had the energy to D-gun. He definitely... I feel like he could have D-gunned me there. Maybe he was just about to. Could have been like queued up and ready to do it. I don't know. Because that's pretty much right there. I mean, he could have... No. Yeah, he probably was just getting ready to. That's a shame. For him. That's lucky on me. But I was able to get that. Had he come up through the bottom, he would have been able to take out the advanced solars there. Hang on. We're doing a push since he lost his commander. I was hoping it'd be easy to get through. But he's got some decent... like, they're just LLTs. But LLTs behind solars are sometimes really hard to break. And it does look like he has hovers up as well now. We've still got the hover plant down here from Setin. Tons of K-bots rolling out from Twilight here. But had he come through here, he would have been able to get these advanced solars. I think I would have been mostly protected. He could have knocked out my energy decently, but like, I think overall I would have been okay. He definitely could have done more damage though. He does have anacondas moving out now, which are gonna make light work of my K-bots. And then I mostly have anti-air. Luckily my commander was able to get in a few shots. We are pumping out hovers, and thanks to the commander spiel, I got up a couple HLTs, so I'm fairly protected right now. Big, massive K-bots from Twilight here. Setin trying to get some Gimps out, which isn't bad if he's got the resources for it. It looks like this could be it for the hover plant here. But he is building a K-bot lab in between us. Neither one of us had seen him get there. So yeah, Twilight manages to clear out that corner. Got a decent hover group moving in, hoping to clear out the rest of Setin here. But we've got the commander moving in, probably trying to get up. Not quite sure what his goal was. Maybe he turned around after he started taking fire. Luckily, though, that clued me in that he was here. I think we also had radar coverage. I don't remember. But was able to get this K-bot lab. Unfortunately, he self-destructed it, and it took... Since self-destructing, things blow up bigger when you self-destruct, especially like labs. Took out all my hovers with it. So that was kind of a bummer. It was a great move on his part, though. It was a very expensive mine. So we've got Twilight moving in and just trying to clear out his stuff here. Meanwhile, his commander's just causing grief on my front line. We've got bees coming out from Magpie, probably to, I mean, grab wreckage, help build, repair. Lots. Bees are great. Lots of gunships coming out too. Luckily, I'm getting more AA up, and I do have that chainsaw in the center, so I think I'm pretty safe. He was trying. Setin was trying to get up a K-bot lab right there. Let me slow down a little bit. He's just doing some guerrilla warfare tactics here, which is surprisingly effective at least delaying their death. You know, he's making the most of what he's got here. I'll give him that. He's got a couple solars, couple extractors, bringing in like 4 metal, not a lot. He is getting quite a bit of wreckage though. See, is reclaiming it there. What is shooting? Oh, a crasher. I don't know if it's glitched or if that's actually there, just shooting. Probably, since he's going to look. He's just going to suck it up. Thank you. Thank you. He's getting tired of that. I think I have a Twilight right there, too. Yeah. So that's unlucky. His K-bot lab is right in view. Well, there goes the Twilight. I think both his constructors got paralyzed, though. So that's a plus. That's moving over here to try and get rid of this K-bot lab. Can't let him build back up. I mean, realistically, he's not going to be doing a lot of damage. Like, attacking Magpie would be good, but definitely don't want him making a base right here. We definitely don't want that. We got Magpie getting some anacondas out. Really good. They're like the Stumpy of hovers, kind of. I mean, a little bit stronger, but you know, they're tearing apart my skimmers, and me and Magpie are bringing in about the same resources, but I feel like I'm too poor to make anacondas, so I'm not even bothering. Really just trying to do that. Nice. That took out his Scorpion he built and the Constructor. I was wondering if they were paying attention to that. I did. I reclaimed this commander wreckage, made some storage. Made sure I was giving some to Twilight. It looks like he got maxed out on his metal storage. Must be why he came at me. I was actually really worried that the anacondas were going to get through. Not gonna lie. So my commander's coming out because I've got pretty weak defenses aside from these 2 HLTs. So like a nicely sized attack would go right through me. We do have Setin trying to fortify over here. Down here we've got more advanced solars going up from Magpie. Still pumping out anacondas. Looks like he's trying to do some bomber things. Twilight's getting gimps out, so he's got hovercraft as well. Hovercraft, just good choice on a map like this. I'm just trying to harass his commander so he can't actually build. Tons of bees. Looks like they're just eating wreck up. Trying to make a push against Magpie here because he's got to be, in my head at least, I'm like me, he's got to be doing great stuff down here. He's been left alone decently long enough, and he is getting out nice little force. Tons of banshees here. Just tore me up. I didn't bring any anti-air. Hopefully I don't make that mistake again. And those anacondas hurt too. We've got some K-bots building up from Twilight here. He could use to come and grab all that. Rebuild his extractors. Looks like they made another base over here. That's what was going on. Self-destructed again. Construction hover got away. I'm trying to chase it down with my warriors. I seen it running. I don't know where his commander went. His commander's in the middle here. Construction hover got away. I did get that exploiter though. I did get that exploiter. Over on Magpie side, he's got tons of bombers building up. We've got Twilight. He's colonized down here, getting an advanced K-bot lab up. In hindsight, after the fact, we realized this was not a good place for your advanced K-bot lab. For the advanced K-bot lab. Because, I mean, it's the frontmost thing, plus it's in, like, his second base. And the advantage of a second base should really be... Like, it should be small things. I did bring anti-air this time, but now I ran into the commander. If I hadn't brought the anti-air, I might have been able to kill the commander. I just can't win. Found his K-bot lab, though. Almost killed that construction hover. Oh, but, like, the whole point of a second base, I feel, at least, this is my opinion, is that... Sorry, I just hit the mic. You should have, you know, smaller stuff. Like your advanced or your advanced things like that should be somewhere. It doesn't have to be like in the back of your base, but in like your first base or even like over here would have been a good place for it. We've got, looks like Magpie building up to do something. But like a second base, if you just have little stuff, you want it to take the focus off of your main base and your expansion. Like, 'cause something like this is a threat, it's in their territory. But you don't want, like, valuable things. You want them to... I mean, you should never plan to lose a base. But if you build, like, a second base like that, you should plan on losing it eventually, right? Like, it's not bad, because you do lose like a lab and stuff, but while they focus all their attacks on like your new base, your old base should be getting more fortified. You should be getting better technology. You know, you should be grabbing, expanding, things like that. The second base is just supposed to take focus. It's supposed to take the brunt of the attacks. Because, I mean, you can't readily ignore even just a regular K-bot lab so close to you. But I digress. I'm talking. Looks like I've also got my advanced up. Twilight has finished his. He's pushing through towards Magpie, but he does have just lots of Jethros, which probably won't be good enough. Meanwhile, though, I am pushing south. Ran into Setin's commander, but with a group of warriors and pom-poms, I should be able to get him. I've got decent range. Warriors actually just got a range increase, and the commander's down. Warriors just got a range increase. It was for, I think it was just Gauss weapons in general. They have a range increase, so Warriors shoot a little bit further, and on the flip side, he doesn't have any. The Berserkers on the core side, like the core counterpart, they now use energy to fire their lasers, so they're a little bit stronger. Tons of bombers from Magpie. Oh, this is a terrifying sight. Absolutely terrifying. Luckily, I don't think he knew my advanced existed. So his focus was that hover plant, which he absolutely demolished. There's nothing left of it. But I did get to keep my advance, so that's a plus. So we're pushing through. We've lost most of our units. Nice little group of anacondas. I just getting murdered, getting close to those. And you see, I still haven't gotten rid of these darn LLTs. And that's pretty much what's keeping me from going that way. I don't know why I don't come around and over. Insanity, right? Is trying the same thing over and over. Just expecting a different result. So that's actually a really fearsome group of anacondas. That is a lot of firepower. That is... They're about 340 metal. We got, what, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. I think he had 12. I killed 1. So, I don't know. I can't do quick math. 3 times 12 is 36. So he's probably got about close to 4,000 metal worth of anacondas there. Like, that's really mean. Luckily for me, looks like Twilight's taking the brunt of it. You can see they're just tearing through. He's mostly just got Jethros, which aren't really anything, and mostly just anti-air. I think this wouldn't have been bad, like putting his advanced here, but he mostly focused on air defense. You see these anacondas just tore right through. If you didn't know, air does do 1/3 the damage to ground units, so, I mean, really, no contest. He's getting some pyros out, but the lab's HP is dropping pretty quick, and anacondas are tough. I mean, a pyro... Never mind, I was trying to see how much a pyro cost. He does have some HLLTs back here. All the more reason that, like, an advanced lab in this section. What is it? It's... I don't know what the logo command is. But an advance in that section would have been a lot better. Or just if he moved those HLLTs up. I'm trying to take this stuff out stupidly. Like, he doesn't have a commander. I could have walked, like, through here. I could have taken out that exploiter probably pretty easy. That beamer would have got me. Maybe that's what I was avoiding. My hope was that I could come through and possibly just kind of jog down this hill here. But at the very least, I'd come through and shoot stuff up. We've got more anacondas pushing Twilight here, going for his main base. It was funny. Because we were talking, and like his base down here fell. And he's like, oh, if he attacked my main base, I have the stuff up there to defend against it. And then he comes up here and just starts wrecking stuff. I was like, well, I thought you had stuff to defend against it. So that Anaconda's just causing havoc. Unfortunate. That I didn't see how that died. That was unfortunate. Setin looks like he's getting back on his feet to an extent. He's really not bringing in any metal, but he's probably just reclaiming. It looks like I've got some zippers coming out. Really no contest for Anacondas. More bombers building up here. So we've got Setin down here trying to... He's probably just seeing if there's anything left. Seeing if he can clean up. Try to, you know, keep his old base secure. Magpie's got nice little groups. He's got a nice group of gunships here. Decent amount of bombers there. More bombers there. He's got some Anacondas up there. Magpie's playing fairly well, honestly. I'm running units into exploiters, which isn't working. Do have Pelicans, though, so they're gonna get the job done. Jethro's not so much. Blew up his darn K-Bot lab again. Taking all my units out. Which is a shame, because those Pelicans absolutely would have destroyed those Banshees. I've lost so many units. So I've lost 400 units. I swear a quarter of those have been to Setin self-destructing escape out labs. I'm trying to finally clean up Setin's remnants of everything. Looked like he was trying to get something down there. He's trying to secure... Oh, I think the wreckage here. Which I gave Twilight a rector to get it back up, thankfully. He's building one there, which is probably, you know, a better spot for it, but it's a free lab, so, you know. Well, when he already paid for it, at least. So we're mostly just trying to do, like, Jethro and Pelicans. Pelicans have really nice firepower, honestly. Like, they're nothing to scoff at. You see, they tearing up these anacondas. I mean, they are dying, but Pelicans can be mean. And then they also have anti-air, so... I mean, I don't know why I'm trying so hard to destroy the 3 LLTs that really cause me no grief if I just go over here. I'm basically just running into a brick wall over and over and expecting it to crumble. But the Pelicans plus the Jethros, I keep hoping will be enough to get me into Magpie's base, kill bombers and the likes. Looks like I missed his bombers going somewhere. I don't know what happened with... Oh, they're there. I was going to say, I don't remember him flying bombers nowhere. Look, I will be able to get these bees. That's really helpful. That was a lot of bees. They only... I mean, they make like 0.1 metal. But they're so great for build power. Coming in, I'm finally making some progress on Magpie's base here. That little wall of solars was gone. Just got that exploiter out. That beamer's the only real problem left, and it's definitely a problem. Sumos. Oh yeah, he's got sumos up. We've got quite a bit here from Magpie. You see, this base. I mean, I felt like Twilight was doing a much better job than I was early on. I still feel like he's doing a really good job. He's keeping this stuff up. So, like, this army has to come over here. Like, doesn't have to, but, you know, he's focusing this second base here, which is really helpful. Because, I mean, a group like this, I mean... wouldn't have easily gotten through, but he could have shot through the middle and caused, like, some real damage. If he could have snuck through with, like, a radar jammer, he could have come over here. I mean, he could have done some good damage to Twilight's base. His commander is there, so that would have been hard. He could have came over here. He could have killed one of these. He could have used a wombat to take out this micro, and everything up here would have been gone. That would have been devastating. That would have sucked. He could have waited until I, like, moved out all my units, came up through here. Like, I do have, I mean, the decent defenses. But with wombats, I mean, wombats in line of sight, he could have absolutely taken out a lot of this stuff and just slowly worked away. And up here, I mean, there's 2 LLTs. That HLT might take some pot shots, and then I've got one back here. It's going to take some shots, but overall, I mean, he really could have just blown through. Try out Marauders. I don't know what to think about them. He did it again. Blew up his Cave Out Lab, lost half my units there. Oh my gosh. I don't know what to think of Marauders. They're amphibious. They cost nearly 600 metal. We've got more bombers coming out. Destroyed that K-Bot lab again. I don't know if he's still got the res. Yeah, he's still got the res. Trying to keep pressure on. We've got, like, Magpie's putting out serious armies here. He really is. The focus being down here, I think, is what won us the game. Like, even with Setin out of the picture, Magpie's not... He's not doing a bad job at staying alive. I mean, Setin's obviously helping. He's getting defenses up. His exploiters had stopped me on more than a few occasions. But, like, they're playing really well. And I don't know if, like, we just kind of let off the gas because, like, oh, Setin's pretty much out of the game. You know, this is in the bag. Like, that could absolutely be... That could absolutely be it. I don't know how to feel about Marauders. They just got demolished. I mean, he's definitely got more metal there, but I don't know. I've got to use them more. Because they're really cool. I love their weapon. I love their look. But I just don't know. See, those HLLTs are tearing up those anacondas. I think he got the res bot. I don't see where it went. He probably got it. It's probably this guy right here. I don't know. I'm putting out, you know, I'm doing great on metal. There's no reason I shouldn't have been able to overrun Magpie. Oh, like for real. I'm making 45 metal right now. Magpie's making 15. I don't know. I think I'm reclaiming, but still, like, I'm in the 40s and the 50s somewhere of metal, and I just keep running into this stuff stupidly. I really do feel like I just kind of let off the gas. We got more bombers coming in. Holy crap. Just erased all those advanced solars. They might have had, like, well, no, he's got repair turrets. Never mind, he has no repair turrets. But, like, there's no reason. Like, what could I have done? Let's think about this. We've got anacondas coming out from Magpie. Like, I'm bringing in 67, 63 metal right now. I should absolutely be able to just take them. I should have been able to do it at, you know, 30, honestly. 30 would have... It'd be rough, but I'm out-resourcing him at that point. And he's not even focusing. Like, he's putting most of his attention here. I just needed... I mean, this, honestly. The spiders is what I needed. Which is dumb, because there's no reason to not build spiders. They're 95 metal. 95 metal. I think they're as fast as a flea, which is pretty quick in K-Bot terms. And they have an EMP laser. That single beamer probably has so many kills. Take tons of stuff out. One spider just gets close enough to shoot it, it's gone. See? Spider shoots that, it's over. It had dragon's teeth around it. Spider shoots the dragon's teeth. The EMP does extra damage to the features, to dragon's teeth, so it gets rid of them faster. I could have done this so long ago. I'm so mad. Like, I could go back and watching these things where it's like, man, like, I was out resourcing so much. I should have trampled them. I was playing so bad. It was a fun game though. Setin's shenanigans, I thought were really, like, there's a K-Bot lab pops up here, pops up here, pops up here. Like, you can see there's an X there. There was a K-Bot lab there. There's a K-Bot lab. And he just kept destroying all my units, which was, it's terrible. But, like, despite getting knocked out, not completely knocked out, obviously, but, like, losing his base really early, he played really well in terms of, like, guerrilla warfare. It doesn't really, like, it's hard to win if you're just doing, like, guerrilla stuff, but, I mean, he definitely bought Magpie a lot of time, and Magpie was doing some pretty good things, I thought. It was just he was being out-resourced. I mean, he managed to destroy this entire corner here of Twilight's. And, I mean, you can't not do that. That was where his advanced lab was. And, you know, it was very close. Had a K-Bot lab very close to his base. And if he had focused Twilight's main base instead, that would, like, that's where all his resources are. If he could have come up here, I mean, he could have, let's put this here just in case. So he could have shot through. I wish I could draw on the mega map. That would be really nice. But he could have shot through up here, come through here. I really wish I knew what it's something logo. Maybe it's just like plus logo, eh? Plus logo 8. Whoop. Plus logo 9. Maybe it was like a whoop. That's not it. I don't know. If you know, please let me know, because I always remember it and then I forget it. But he could have shot through here. He could have easily taken this stuff out with like what he was rocking. The Anacondas could have torn through all of that. The HLLT would have been a problem, but he had Wombats at one point. He could have taken that out. Pause that. And then he could have come up here. All of this would be fair, especially for like an Anaconda, Wombat, whatever. Wombat could have done it from down here, but the Anacondas could have come up here, could have taken out this energy. Twilight's bringing in 1,000 energy. We've got 1, 2, 3, 400. That's nearly half his energy right there. He would have been able to get these wins. If he had a Wombat up here, he could take out the LLT. He could take out the lab. He might be able to reach these metal storages. And meanwhile, I mean, during all that, like, he was pumping them out pretty quick. So during all that, he probably got like 2 things left up here, just being a nuisance. He could have came up through the center. I did put up a lot of LLTs on the off chance that he might. So I don't know when those got up, but they were in the later part of the game. If these weren't up, even if these were up, like he could send through his gunships and just pick them off. Boop, 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 boop. They'll pop. They'll just all pop. They're not going to shoot down the gunships. And then he could have come in, charged Twilight's base with his Anacondas, hit these with a Wombat. He could have even snuck up here and started hitting all this stuff with a Wombat. And you hit these, I mean, that's 2, 4, 6. Sorry, 1, 2, 3. That's another 350 energy. He's down to basically nothing. What did we say the other was? 700. He's down to making 300 energy. I'd probably be spilling some over to him, so it wouldn't be like too big of a deal. But if he made it up here with Wombats and stuff, like I said, one Wombat is all it needed to be right back here, and this whole plateau goes up in a blaze of glory. And I don't remember what microfusions are. I don't remember their dang code to spawn them in either. It's like GWZK, well, let's try plus GWZKPL. I don't know. It's something weird like that, but I think they're 250 energy, and they go up like a nuke. So we've got, I mean, 1, 2, 3. No, I'm stupid. We've got 1,500 energy up there. I'm bringing in 5,000 at this point. But if he had did that earlier, that would have hurt. But that's, 1,500 energy. We've got our fusion reactor up there. We've got a few fusions. It would have been a lot harder to hurt me, but I feel like he definitely could have. I have some pom-poms up for air defense. I do have flackers now. But I do feel like I feel like he could have taken that. He could have got a wombat right here and started picking stuff off. I don't have anything that can shoot. I could have brought these down to shoot him, but if he had anacondas with it, he could have countered that. He could have brought stuff up here. Like he had the stuff to do damage. He was just doing damage to this base, which is I think that's why we won, because I don't know what I was doing. I wasn't doing much of anything. I played terrible this game. Twilight I thought played really well. Magpie played really well. Setin said he was just trying something new. He was just having fun. I feel it. It looked fun. It made it a really fun game, because you're like, okay, Setin's out of the game, and all of a sudden you're like, oh crap, he's got a base up here, and he's dead. Or you go up there, you kill it, and you're like, oh crap, he's got a base right here. Oh crap, there's one right here. It was a fun game. All right. Yeah, I mean, like you could see, they were just so out-resourced. It shouldn't have been so hard to kill him. Shouldn't have been so hard to kill him. I really feel like once, I can't speak for Twilight, but I feel like once we got Setin out of the game, like it just let off the gas. And I mean, I was still doing good things resource-wise, but I feel like I should have been able to kill Magpie a lot easier. I mean, I made 100,000 more metal than he did, for crying out loud. So, I mean, he played very well. I'll say that much. Him and Setin both played very well. They were very tough to beat despite being out-resourced. They made, say, 100,000. We made 250,000. So, like, 2 to 1, basically. On a pretty large scale. Excess metal. I think I wasted a lot of metal, first of all. I wasted quite a bit. See, I wasn't doing a lot of stuff, apparently. I wasn't doing all the things I should have been. Twilight wasted a decent bit as well. Magpie did. I think the most amazing thing about this game is the fact that Setin, who pretty much just had a commander and a K-bot lab the whole time, somehow only wasted 500 metal. I mean, I do get it. He probably didn't have metal at all, but like most of the time, he did have the construction hover to build. I don't know. I don't know. I just think that's great. That's like the person with the least amount of build power, things to spend metal with, managed to waste the least amount. But anyways, it was a fun game, very good game. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.